Racetrack. I was watching something last night about 10 bands that lost their lead singer, or the lead singer quit. And one of them was Iron Maiden, and their first lead singer, because what happened? He got a chick pregnant. He had to quit. You can find him now teaching guitar at...
Passed away.
Huh?
Paul Diano passed away.
Yeah, no, but the first guy they had, he had to leave the band and get a real job.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Paul.
No, he had the first guy they had to leave the band and get a real job because he'd got somebody pregnant. And he said, I can't afford to do this anymore. I got to take care of the family. And so now he's at Guitar Center teaching, I'm sure. You can see him in a members only jacket. So, because I was just thinking.
Not in an Iron Maiden members only.
No, not in one of those. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. So 2025, we're saying goodbye. But 1998, we said goodbye to that a long time ago. Gallup poll did this thing. They asked 1,000 people, right? And this is when Bill was in a little trouble. I don't know if you guys know this, had some problems.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what right now. That was crazy. She was worth it, though. I like curvy girls. They asked people about what do they expect in 2025. And it's very interesting. So they've got it broken out. Will happen, won't have happened. The emergence of a deadly new disease by the year 2025 happened. 75% of people said that was going to happen. Gay marriage will be commonplace. Not here in Tennessee. Okay, but other places. 74% said yes. The country will have elected a black president. 69% of people said yes. Physician-assisted suicide will be commonplace. It's growing, but it's not commonplace. The environmental catastrophe will have occurred. Some big one. Well, that happened. I mean, you know, we've had more than a few. I mean, we were just talking last hour about Palestine, Ohio, and you've had, obviously, what happened in Japan. The country will have elected a woman president. That didn't happen. Illicit drug use, marijuana, such as marijuana and cocaine, will be commonplace. Yeah, it still is.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it was commonplace.
Was then, and it is now. Didn't you guys come from the 80s? The 80s was cocaine. People will live routinely to be 100. It's happening more, but no, not regularly. AIDS will be cured. That happened. It's not cured 100%, but it's no longer a death sentence. Not even close. Cancer will be cured. 59% of people thought that was going to happen. No, that has not happened. Most stores, check this out. This is incredible. Most stores will be replaced by shopping on the internet. 56% said that's going to happen. Well, kind of. More and more people will be doing their jobs from home. 50-50. They're pretty right about that.
Yep.
And the United States will be involved in a full-scale war, or 4, or 8, or 10. So now, this is
that was the safe bet.
That was yeah. By the way, that's like saying there's going to be an earthquake in California or Japan. Pretty safe to say that. Okay, now this is what Americans thought was less likely to happen. So those were all things that Americans thought were going to happen from 98 all the way to 2025. Cars will largely be replaced by mass transportation. That didn't happen. Cloning of humans will be commonplace. No, not because people don't want to, but we're still trying to pretend we're ethical. Most people will be self-employed. 65% of people said that. Space travel will be common for ordinary Americans. No, but I could see that.
It's sort of common now, but not for ordinary.
Not for no. You got to have money. I mean, if you're a guy, you know, if you're rich and you've got several $1 million and you can pay to go up, you know, as an ordinary American. But you can't, you know, they're just not grabbing somebody from, you know, down the street going, you want to take a ride? And humans will have made or received contact with alien life forms. Still got some time on that one. Well, that was pretty, when you think about it, that's pretty damn good. Because none of those things were out of the, you know, crazy thing. I mean, you and I can we believe that something's going to happen, at least in 26 with aliens.
Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting on.
Well, Let me tell you what happens, Ken. The closer we get to Epstein, you see, the closer he was with the aliens. Oh, Chad. I don't know what we're waiting on either, but I always feel like when something crazy happens, you know.
The aliens are waiting on us to stop smoking pot.
So you heard about that, did you?
We do not like you to smoke the weed. We do not do that on our country, in our world.
I don't think they do that. What if they get here and that's all they do?
They're Jamaican aliens.
Jamaican man, you're crazy. You guys can't even believe what's going on. It's a free world. That's crazy, man. That's it like it. You know what I mean, man? We're flying around all the time, just smoking out there. We wake and bake.
Oh, that voice is funny. I was watching some. Have you seen the guy that dresses up like Mickey Mouse and goes to the gyms and works out?
No.
And every time he'll do like a bench press, he goes, ha ha, ha ha. And people are filming and they're trying not to laugh at him. He goes, ha ha, ha ha. Oh my Lord. Crazy. Somebody said yesterday, okay, Vicky said gas was $2.13 yesterday in Manchester. It's now $2.65 today.
Yeah, that was happening yesterday afternoon during drive time. People were reporting that it was going up at the various places they were.
Yeah.
And like the average today in Middle Tennessee is up more than a dime since yesterday. It's $2.63 per gallon on average today, according to Gas Buddy. Yesterday it was $2.49.
Is there a reason?
I haven't seen. I don't know.
We might go to war with Venezuela.
That's what we were pontificating on yesterday.
It's, you know what? It's a weird thing with, and if you watch Landman, you know this, but when I used to trade oil, because I was really big in the energies and currencies when I did the commodities, that you want oil to come down, but not too far. There's a sweet spot of oil that you always want to try to maintain. Because when you drop below that, then it costs too much money to take it out of the ground, especially when you're fracking and certain things like that. And so you lose for every barrel. So they just, they'll stop. And so you want to keep that, that kind of $60 to like 75-ish. You don't want to get too high, but if it drops too low, then it's not worth it. And that's a big industry. So Jamaican aliens are landing here feeling all different.
Oh, man, feeling the difference. You know what I mean, man? Flying around all the days.
I've got an Instagram account I follow that's AI.
Yeah.
Called Jamonkey.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, my gosh.
Jamonkey is hilarious.
That thing is
So
crazy.
funny.
Oh, that is so crazy, man.
Oh, for the big man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they're aliens, though. I think what we're going to find out is it's a different dimension. And they're not going to know how to explain it to us. Because we probably won't understand it fully. But what happens? Okay, you guys can answer this out there in the text land. We like when you do that. If there was something out there, how do you think the world reacts to it? Because,
Well, I think the first thing that happens is there's mass panic. And then, depending on what the aliens do, things either chill out or get worse.
And, because it was Luna, Rep Luna, Anna Paulina Luna, whatever her name is, from Florida. I think it was her, but they were on with, was it? It might have been Rogan, but they were talking about the things that they had seen is we're thinking about it in a much, you're thinking coming from space, think there's a ripple in time and they're coming in and out of those rips and it's a different dimension and they're not friendly, but they're also not friendly. It's a little bit more of a kind of standoffish thing. But I think we're going to find something out this year. I do. I think this is the year. So, and the closer we get to whatever, I don't know, something. Because it always feels like something big happens when we get, it's like, hey, you guys bombed Venezuela and invaded? Yeah, but you guys didn't hear about the aliens, did you? Anytime there's a crisis or anything, let me tell you about the aliens. So I think this is the year. I think this is it. And then the thing is, too, so let's say, because eventually when that happens, and this is, again, Ken and I believe this. You believe this, too, though, right? Like, it's different dimension-y kind of things, or no?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I think it's all crap.
Think so, yes.
I just have no. There's nothing scientifically that allows me to have confidence that there are other beings out there in the universe that can reach us.
Well, that's why I'm saying not the universe as we think it. Think of it as it's parallel. And there's a different Bell in another room living a different life, and that they're further ahead.
There are openings.
Yeah. And that guy's living a way cooler life than you.
Oh, ain't that that would not be a difficult task.
Oh, why, man? Oh, because I've watched Family Guy, and Stewie's always going to jump in time. So, that'd be kind of neat.
Of course, with my luck, my other person is only 3 feet tall instead of 5.
That'd be hilarious. Oh, man. That's going to be hilarious. Or they all show up and they're way better looking than us. And like, don't show our wives. But I think, yeah. And if we've known about it for a long time, which obviously we have, then how do you trust government at all for anything?
Well, I think they've already screwed the pooch on that.
Oh, yeah, they've done that.
Yeah.
So this will be a very interesting thing, I think, when it comes to what happens with that, because I do have a sense that there's some big stuff happening next year. I think it's going to be good stuff, too. And, we're going to do our kind of look forward and some predictions for some of the things we think are going to happen coming up in a little bit. But it's going to be interesting to see the way that just everything, plays out. Because you got the midterms, you got the weed, always with the weed. Oh, man. So did they already kill that bill, Ken?
It's already dead.
Already dead.
It's got about as much a chance as Afton's pot for potholes did.
Yeah, I know.
They killed that in committee, didn't they?
If you went to people, this is how uppity some people are. If you went to them today and said, look, we're going to make marijuana legal, but we guarantee with its legality now that there's going to be a cure to cancer, people are like, I just can't allow that to happen.
My son took one puff off of a joint, and the next day I came back, and he had needles in his arms.
That's like drawing a line from, to milk to alcohol. Pop is the first thing, soda to drink. You're like, no, it's not. And go look at the numbers when it comes to deaths because of alcohol. Sudden death and death and poisoning itself up around 6,000 a year. And chronic illness because of it's near 200,000. But we're not outlawing that. You want to know why? They got a better lobbying group. That's why.
Well, not only that, it's so ingrained in society at this point that if they tried to do that again, I think it would make the original prohibition look like child's play.
Oh, God, yeah.
People would be just, trafficking it 10 times as much.
Well, especially now that you can make it at home. And that's an interesting thing. That is an interesting thing about the making it at home. I wonder how much, we got to look that up, how much you can make here at home beer. That is because it's so weird because the whole thing with this marijuana bill is you can grow some, you can grow 5 plants or 3 plants each? Is it 5 big ones? 5 kind of ones?
I thought it was 15.
15. So it's 5, 5, and 5. Yeah. You can't have 15 big ones. Because at that point in time, you're moving weight.
Yeah, well, not only that, you better be smoking it while it's growing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to end up breaking some rules.
You better hope those Jamaican aliens show up. Oh, man. All right, coming up, Hot Take Tuesday. That is straight ahead. Chad Benson Show. Super Tap 997. Man, those things folded up. And why? Because they were on the track and somebody put a penny on it. And that was it. It's over. Done. Boom, but they all fell off. Can't even with you guys. Stop that. Stop that. Guess what time it is? Hot Take Tuesday. All right, my friends. Hot Take Tuesday. We're going to start with our good friend and yours, Ken the Weather Wizard.
Knives up in the dishwasher? Congrats. You just turned loading dishes into a game of operation. Tines down. Tines down.
Oh, I like that operation. Remember that game?
Yeah.
They should have that in real life when you're getting operated on.
I don't know. Some dishwashers say it's time's up for better cleaning, but what about the people who are then unloading the dishwasher? Have they washed their hands? I've had teenagers in my house.
Yeah.
And I can't trust that they always washed their hands.
No, you can't.
And you never should.
No, because kids are gross. That's the beauty of kids.
I
right?
love them.
Especially Ken's kids, because they're just getting stoned and doing stuff all over the place.
All over the place, because that's all Ken does is weed awana.
I just lay around and smoke pot.
All day with your dog, little Fritz.
Little Fritz here.
That's why he's so small.
Stunted his growth.
Stunted his growth.
You're shotgunning it in his face.
He's got dreadlocks and sits around all day.
Fritz, go down to the dispensary and get Daddy some more.
The knives, I could see the knives, because we've all done it. We've all reached. But it's almost like I feel like, how do I have to take it out now, though, and double check that it's clean and then clean it myself? Well, then I just wash it right there.
Yeah. Well, that's always been the problem with washing machines.
Yeah.
Is they don't get stuff 100% clean.
Yeah, you got to wash them and then wash them.
Are you listening, ladies?
I did not say that.
I didn't say that.
So what Ken is saying is...
That was
So,
Chad.
Ken, what are you saying? Are we supposed to put the knives in her?
Yeah, you put the knives down.
That's horrible. I don't know about Ken. That's a hot take for you right there. I'll tell you that right now. What do you got for us, Bill?
Nothing that cool. Boneless chicken wings are nothing more than chicken nuggets for adults.
Oh.
Regardless of the sauce on them.
I kind of want wings now.
I kind of do, too.
Me too. Bunch of them.
We're going on Friday. We're taking the kids over to Popstroke, the new golf course. That's the new, if you know what Popstroke is, it opened up on Sunday. It is Tiger Woods' miniature golf course, but it's not like miniature golf. There's no clowns. It's like real, there's like, I think 36 holes outside and 18 inside. And they've got, it's like real putting. You're putting like, 100 feet, 50.
So it's basically a putting course.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you get real putters in the whole 9 yards. And I was looking on their website. The food looks great, and they've got boneless wings. And I'm going to tell them that when I go there. Belle says these are just chicken wings for adults.
Chicken nuggets for adults.
Chicken nuggets for adults. I'll tell you that right now. For me, AI this year is going to have hits. There's going to be real bands, real top 40 CH. What is it? Mainstream? What is it called anymore?
It's the Hot 100.
The Hot 100.
The Hot 100.
Yeah. So they're going to have
CHR and Contemporary Hit Radio was a
when they used to break everything up.
That was manufactured by Radio and Records.
Yes, it was R&R, long time ago. It's where you used to get jobs back in the day. But they're going to have a number one. There's going to be a legitimate star that comes out of this, not just on Spotify, not just on the streaming services, but a true legitimate. I think we're going to get a band or somebody this year.
Well, the labels are investing in this, and they're signing producers that are using it.
And they're telling people they're not.
And if they're going to spend money on it, they're looking for a return.
Yes.
And a return comes from airplay and sales.
Let me ask you, because you did this for a living, going out there. How would you pitch that? So you've got a hot, we'll call them, I don't know, Monkey Nuts or whatever. They go out there in alt band, they're huge. And, like to the Gorillas or somebody. But you go out there, how do you pitch that to records? I mean, to spin their records, if you will.
You pitch it based on the song. You take the song in, get the program director to listen to it and admit that it's a great song. And then once he said that, then you go, well, it's AI.
I wonder how resistant radio's going to be.
If you've already told me it's a great song, your argument's invalid.
I understand, and I've got no problem. AI's not going anywhere.
But that's the way I would approach it. I wouldn't even mention AI till after they had listened to the song.
Yeah. In today's world, does the social media for radio play a big role in that? Like it does if you want to go sign, you can find all these star country singers and these other guys and go sign them to record deals. But for the radio play, is that going to be a big deal?
Oh, I think it will if you got a producer who can't get attention through the labels or through any kind of industry insider or something like that. And they, like Kane Brown blew up on TikTok. That's why Kane Brown is a star now, because he blew up on TikTok. Somebody signed him. He's on Mercury Records, signed him, and now he's got a bunch of hits.
Yeah.
So if you put your AI song on TikTok and it blows up, there's going to be a record label going, somebody grab that. We want it.
Who's going to make the money?
The producer and the record label.
The record companies have to love this because there's no artist. The problem is there's no tour, but they don't make the money off the tour like they used to, right?
No, that's actually where you do make your money. Is back in the 70s and 80s, touring was a loss leader to sell records most of the time, unless you were already a superstar. But now the record is a loss leader to promote your tour so that you can sell tickets and merchandise.
And that's where the bands made the money.
Yeah.
Now, though, the record label's like, screw it, we don't have to do any of that other stuff. And the producers now are going to be the most important thing.
Yes.
When it comes to
and
music.
that's already a common thing inside of pop music. Not as much, to a certain degree, country, not as much, rock and roll and a few other formats. But in a lot of formats, the producer is the guy.
So it's going to be crazy. It's a new year. It's a dawn of a new age.
For
and
some
the
reason,
aliens.
I don't like it. And I don't know why.
It's because you're a crotchety old man. Go get stoned.
Somebody wanted to remind me yesterday, Kane Brown sucks. And he wanted us to remind. I also told you that yesterday. I get it. You're not a fan.
Well, Kane Brown can suck all that you think he does, and he's still selling millions of copies.
Yeah.
And getting thousands and thousands of spins.
I don't think he minds.
No. You know what? Not everybody's for everybody. That's the way life is.
It's like coming up and going, you know what, Taylor Swift is really crap to her. Or going up to Taylor and go, your music is garbage. And she's like, well, can you excuse me just a moment? I got to go deposit this check.
Yeah. And by the way, you couldn't do that. You want to know why? The 40 bodyguards in front of her before she gets in her limo. And then you get to Travis Kelce. There's that.
And then Travis jacks you up for bothering him.
Yeah, there's that. He's bigger than all the bodyguards. All right, coming up.
When you're that big, when you hit a certain point, you don't care about the criticism.
No,
because
no.
The audience is giving you your validation.
Yeah. And so's the bank account. You're like, oh, my God. Oh, wow. The world doesn't hate me as much as I thought. Look at that. How about those apples, kids? All right. Coming up, predictions for 2026. We're going to throw some out there. Well, let us know what your predictions are for 2026. If you've got some crazy ones, but let's talk some politics prediction-wise. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Ben Show. Super Tough. 99 cents. 2025. We bid you adieu, my friend. We bid you adieu. Now we're heading into 2026. There's going to be some interesting things in 2026. So, first, midterms. There's two ways to look at this. First, a blue wave or a blue tsunami. Now, normally, the midterms, party in power loses something. I think they're going to lose the House. If we were to have a recession and it was to be ugly, God willing, that doesn't happen, I could see a tsunami where they lose the Senate too. And then it gets ugly from there. Ugly from there. So, but I do think that they're going to lose the House. And a lot of that's their own doing. You got a lot of retirements. You got a lot of, it's not, at this point in time, you would expect this. Even if everything was going semi-okay, you would expect this. But I think there's a lot of worry out there. So that's what I think is going to happen there with the House. As far as the economy goes, I think we're going to have a pullback. I think we're going to have a bit of a pullback in the beginning of the year into the second quarter. I don't think it's going to be huge. I don't think we're going to fall apart. I don't think it's going to be 2008, return to cannibalism. But I do think it's going to be a bit uncomfortable. But I also think we're going to pick up steam. And here's the big one. I think they're going to kill the filibuster in early February. Oh, that's a hot take. Very hot. Very, very hot. So those are a few of the things I think that are going to happen, along with the aliens. By the way, somebody just said that there is, they don't think the other dimensions are just us in other dimensions. So we don't have to worry about competing with better looking us's, which is good. Which is absolutely good. Because I don't want to worry about that. It's our fear, right? They're tall, dark, and handsome. We're like, oh, geez. So it's going to be an interesting year. Politically, there's no doubt. There's going to be some chaos. I definitely think that. And I think that there is going to be a lot of legal wranglings, too, around the next election. Because, Trump recognizes, let's be real, there's a lot that, Trump does that's crazy, that he does, I know, to piss people off. And he's puts his name on stuff.
He's the master troll.
He is the master. He's the greatest troll in political history. Well, in modern political history. By the way, just to let you guys know, when we talk about stuff, go back and look at our founding fathers. They dueled. They fought. It was a different thing. But that being said, the reach that Trump has is great. But he recognizes there's some, there's going to be some issues. And you're going to give up some stuff. That's just the nature of politics. And I don't know, I hear 40% of people think the Civil War thing, put that to bed. How many times do we have to tell you guys? It's not happening. We don't even want to leave the house. What's to make you think you want to go somewhere and fight somebody in the park? What are we, the Sharks and the Jets? What was the one in Outsiders? What are they called? The Socias?
We'd be the Warriors.
Yeah, the Socias.
The Socias. Oh, we'd be the Warriors?
Yeah.
Warriors!
Joe Walsh would be our theme song.
We don't want to be the Orphans.
No, the Orphans got their asses kicked.
They did. Absolutely.
The Furies were pretty cool until they got their asses kicked. They were the baseball bat. The baseball players.
That was the ones that painted themselves black and white. That was bizarre.
Yeah, and they carried baseball bats, and basically the Warriors just took their bats and just beat the hell out of them.
I have to be honest. I have to be honest with you on this one. I don't know if I could be in your gang. It feels like there's a lot of art to it, a lot of painting.
Plus, he'd probably have a lot of meetings, and who the hell wants that?
And there's uniforms too. We're not even just putting jackets on. We actually have to wear baseball uniform. I don't even like baseball. So that'd be interesting. But there's not going to be a civil war, despite what everybody says. Joe Biden cures cancer in 2026. Yeah, I don't think so. That's not going to happen.
Joe Biden has cancer in 2025.
Yeah, he does, and earlier. I think that's definitely something. Here's something that's not going to happen. We're not going to slow down spending. There's that. But I think the filibuster,
Probably speed the spending up.
Yeah, that's it. Let me tell you what happens. Tax cuts with more spending gives us more what? Anybody?
Debt.
There you go.
You got to let the tax cuts do their job and not outspend the revenue increases.
Yeah. Even if we bring in more money, it doesn't matter. And I look at the Democrats and I say, if you guys raise taxes, you'll figure out a way to outspend that. So it doesn't matter. We have a spending problem. We absolutely have a spending problem. Somebody said, I think AI will play a big role in elections. Yeah, I think that's happening. I thought it would be 2028 when we'd have that issue. It happened way faster than I thought. And what is it? They say 20% of YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram now is slop. That's AI slop, where it's not a real video.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I wouldn't be able to give you an actual number, but I consume a ton of YouTube, and I am seeing just more and more and more AI videos showing up.
Yeah, just too much of that.
You mean those pretty girls winking at me aren't real?
They are not.
Rats.
Well, but I'm also talking about stuff like there's a fake Avengers Doomsday trailer that's out. That's 100% AI.
The real one came out today, though.
Well, this one, one I know.
The first one I saw, but the real one came out today where Thor was talking to.
And
Pops.
they've done a few other character-driven teasers, but this one was fake, and that's the kind of stuff that I'm seeing.
YouTube has said, starting at the beginning of the year, they're going to eliminate all concept trailers. Going after anybody who puts a concept trailer out.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah, because I get excited, think, that looks like a good movie.
What a piece of crap.
What a piece of crap.
So you can edit. So look at my grandmother.
Can she? Because I'm thinking that's a no.
She can.
Yeah, anybody can. Anybody can. There's no doubt about that. But I think AI is going to play a huge role in this. But I think
and it's also going to start to be present in more of our products.
Yes.
In terms of our electronics and just certainly our computers, and they'll start coming out with, the dolls are getting better and better.
Oh, there they are. Ladies, think about that.
May not need you.
Yeah, you hate men for whatever reason. Trust me, I'm sure some of it is warranted, but soon it won't matter. Soon it won't. I saw a guy, he unboxed one of his dolls the other day. He got a doll just to see, because, he's like comparing them, and the head was not on the body. It was like underneath.
Like, well, that's entertaining.
It was kind of creepy. He's like, this feels uncomfortable. It does, actually.
I could see them using AI for toasters so that, you never burn your toast or it always comes out the way you want it, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like the AI now, they've got that in the refrigerators where AI will contact. So you download the app, AI will contact you and tell you what you're missing in your fridge that you would normally get.
And then you can tell it, go ahead and order it from whatever grocery store, and I'll go pick it up.
Yeah, soon they're going to AI will talk. So if your refrigerator or your grocery store will actually talk directly to each other.
Wow.
And and it's like, hey, this person's kind of fat. Maybe this time we don't get him this. Maybe not. They're eating too much peanut butter. I know. I eat a lot of peanut butter is what I'm saying. So, yeah, that's happening already, which is crazy. I mean, AI, it's the jump forward's huge. The loss of jobs is it's going to create new industries. But it's like one of those things, when like oil prices go up, then gas prices get really high, then oil comes back down and it takes gas a while. It's going to be the same thing. But we're not going to see mass layoffs. You may see some companies with that who are more technologically driven. But as far as like a company that's just your average company, they're not going to lay off a bunch of people because they still don't know how to use it.
Well, it's like when cars started replacing horses. There just suddenly wasn't a million cars on the street.
No.
Because people were afraid of the technology to begin with. And they were like, how far can this car go on a gallon of gas?
That's right.
It had to get better and better and better, and it took time to adopt.
And it took time to adopt, too, but it was expensive.
Yeah, it was very expensive in the beginning. Only the rich had cars.
It's always the rich. You guys know who you are.
But those are the guys that take the bullet for the experiment.
Yeah.
If the experiment fails, their money's gone down the drain.
They're the ones that bought the 60-inch giant screen TV for $14,000, so you and I can have one now for 33 cents and throw it away.
I remember in the 80s there was I think it was called the Jaguar. It was a video game console. It retailed for $1,000.
I remember that.
And only rich people could afford that back in the 80s. And the people that bought one, what do you got now? You got a doorstop.
Yeah.
So you spent your money and you lost.
But they're the ones who want to do it because they want to say they have it. So let's let them, and then we'll see how it works out. All right, coming up. Guess what the biggest issue at Disney Epcot Center is for the people that work there? I'm going to tell you that.
Fat chicks?
No.
Gender identity?
Probably both, actually. But no, this one's Epcot. The Disney Epcot is not, there's nothing for them to ride. It's just for them to eat.
Oh, okay.
But there's another problem with other people at Disney Epcot that is hilarious. Ha ha! We'll talk about that straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. So Disney Epcot has a problem. Day drinkers. So Epcot Center, by the way, is...
I don't consider that a problem.
Well, it is when you go to Disneyland. You're like, kids, hold my hat. I'm going to go fight Mickey Mouse. He's a jerk. Try to steal your mom. Ha ha! They are going, and because they have like 12 different areas. I know what it's like. It's been a long time since I've been to Epcot, but you could this is the German world, and this is this, and this is the Asia. And I guess people are getting there earlier, and the kids are like, this is exciting, and Dad's like, bah! By the time he gets to Asia, he's hammered. Well, we really need Godzilla soup. Fight Godzilla.
Or he gets into Germany, and he won't leave because that's where all the good beer is.
That's it. That's where all the good beer is. So they're saying they're having a real problem with day drinkers who are getting just obliterated. By the time it's noon, they're more than hammered.
There's a simple solution to that they won't impose because it'll cost them money, and that's don't sell booze until after 3.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Right?
But they're complaining about the problem. They have the fix. They just don't want to lose the revenue.
Yeah, but that's a big deal right there, the revenue. But you know what? Or you can ask human beings to not be idiots at amusement parks.
Have you met people?
Nah, yeah, well, I have met people, and that's why I know that that's going to fall on deaf ears.
I was getting ready to say that's a tall ask.
That is. That is a huge ask.
Tall glass of wishful thinking.
Absolutely. It's a tall glass of fistful sinking. Ha-ha! Epcot Center was fun. I loved Epcot Center.
I haven't been there since I was a teenager, and I have some flashes of memories, but I think I was much more interested in Disney World than I was Epcot.
Yeah, Disney World was cool, but I always ask my family. So we live across from Disneyland because I grew up within, I could see not only could I see the fireworks, I could hear the fireworks from my house. I've been to Disneyland, God knows how many, 1,000 times or so. And my family decides, hey, you know what we can do? We're going to go to Florida and go to Disney World. Why? Why are we doing that?
Because a world is bigger than a land.
Yeah. You know what? They say right now it is cheaper to fly to Tokyo.
I saw that. You were talking
There was
about that
a
before.
lady who she put it out. It was like for the family, for the hotels, for everything, for a family of four, not the flights. It was $2,200.
I wonder how much cheaper it is to get into Disney. Is it Tokyo? Is it Tokyo?
Oh, it's like $60, $70.
Whereas here it's what, 140 or something?
Yeah. Now I think next year it's going to go up to nearly 200 for like the park hoppers. That's insane.
Just crazy.
That is $200. What? Who's going? My uncle, he's a weird Disney dude. He always says, he'll look around and goes, we got to raise the prices again. Price out this riffraff. He wants to be like Cartman where he's the only one in the park, which would be awesome. But, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So if you were thinking about day drinking at Epcot, have fun. Jeff Benson Show, Super Talk 997.